Yeah, and even if they use the, even if the Optimus stays in the Tesla fleet and gets leased out or rented out or whatever it is, similar, even more so than the cars, I believe anyway, that if they go market price, they might be replacing that capital with the down payment
Yeah,
or the first payment, if you will, or the first and last. I don't know how you want to look at it, but
right.
it might cost you 20. If the product costs 20,000 to build, they might get 20,000 as the opening part of the lease deal. So I think it would be very, very fast. I'm hyperbolizing a little bit, but they would get the money back so quickly. If they weren't going to get the cash back for a year, it'd be the
They could
simple.
also sell some. So like they
They could,
can keep some, but they could also sell some. In the case of robo taxis with Model Y, let's say they don't do the Cybercab right away, but they use Model Ys. For every five Model Ys they sell, they get the profits to keep another Model Y for their own fleet.
right, right. And with
Uh,
and with the
Go
Optimus,
ahead.
with the Optimus and the robotaxis, this having a subscription where you've got the income, you've got a contract with a subscription on it, which would be the Optimus. I'm sorry, not the robotaxis. On the Optimus, again, the simplest kind of financing ever, to go out and get that financed. If you decide you needed more capital for any reason, it would take them probably an hour to get the check or to get the transfer of the funds.
Yeah, they could finance robo taxis, they could finance Optimus if they want, or if they need to. I don't think they'll need to. And by the time you're looking at scaling to the point where you want a million robo taxis, well, the 100,000 that you already have are already going to be very profitable. So you won't suddenly need extra cash that you're not generating at that point. People also wonder about Tesla Semi. Well, Tesla Semi is going to be in high demand. And maybe we could talk a little bit about the deal with Uber.
Yeah,
But
I have, I,
companies gotta want the Tesla Semi. Now that Tesla isn't making them by hand, their cost is going down.
yeah, I have, as much as I think that Tesla might eventually have a fleet of their own with regard, I'm not for their own use, but actually have a fleet where they're selling drayage. I don't think that's going to happen in the short term.
Right.
And that might be why that might be why Uber
Yeah.
was able to put this deal together, is because it's a very, very complicated business, the freight haulage business. And Uber is already in it. They've already become successful in it. So this might be a smarter way for them to get the small truckers to be in the game where they can go after the big guys. They can go after the Pepsis, the Walmarts, et cetera, that buy thousands of trucks, and let Uber handle the mom and pop trucking companies that want 1 to 100. Uh,
Mm.
so what did you think about the Uber thing, and why isn't why isn't the stock market responding? It would seem like that's a bigger deal than or is it just not as flashy a deal as the Hertz deal?
It's not as flashy, and right now Tesla semis aren't rolling out of the factory in large numbers. But this is a way the Uber Freight business is a way for Tesla to collect data. So when they sell a Tesla semi to Walmart or Pepsi or Frito-Lay, um, those trucks tend to run the same route every day, and they really don't get a ton of new data. There might be some new situations with weather
Sure.
or how the traffic is or different drivers, but they're not getting a variety of routes.
Mm.
And if they partner with Uber Freight, where essentially Uber Freight says, "Hey, we have this load. It needs to move from A to B, and here's the rate, or here's what you get for successfully moving it by a certain time." Um, that's what Uber Freight is. It's like
Like,
a matching.
like a brokerage, like
Yeah.
Matchmaker.
Yeah, so this is a really good partnership in my mind, for Tesla to take advantage of.